Ever pondered over the question, what is the purpose of life? Some might say it's to find happiness, others might argue it's to make a difference. But what if the purpose of life is to fulfill a divine plan, just like Joseph from the Bible? Now, who was Joseph? Born into the family of Jacob and Rachel, Joseph was the 11th of 12 sons. He was the apple of his father's eye, his favorite son, which sparked jealousy among his brothers. The coat of many colors that Jacob gifted Joseph only added fuel to this blazing fire of envy. One day, Joseph shared a dream with his brothers. He dreamt that their sheaves of grain bowed down to his sheaf. He dreamt the sun, the moon, and 11 stars were bowing down to him. These dreams were interpreted as Joseph ruling over his brothers, which irritated them further. In their rage and jealousy, his brothers sold him into slavery. Joseph was taken to Egypt, where he was bought by Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh. Despite the hardships, Joseph rose to a position of responsibility in Potiphar's house. However, a false accusation landed him in prison. Yet, even within the prison walls, Joseph's integrity and gift of interpreting dreams shone through. Pharaoh had been plagued by disturbing dreams that no one could interpret. Hearing of Joseph's gift, Pharaoh summoned him. Joseph interpreted Pharaoh's dreams as 7 years of abundance, followed by 7 years of famine. Impressed, Pharaoh appointed Joseph as the second most powerful man in Egypt to prepare the land for the impending famine. When famine struck, it affected not just Egypt but Canaan, where Joseph's family resided. Unaware of Joseph's position, his brothers came to Egypt for grain. Through a series of events, Joseph revealed his identity. Instead of seeking revenge, he forgave his brothers, attributing the events to God's plan to save their lives. So, what was Joseph's purpose? His journey from a favored son to a slave, a prisoner, and finally a ruler was not by chance. Each step was part of a divine plan, shaping him to be the man who could save many lives. Joseph's purpose was to be an instrument of God's providence, to preserve his family line from which Jesus Christ would be born. Joseph's story is a powerful reminder that our lives have a purpose often beyond our understanding. We might face adversities, but they might just be shaping us for a higher calling. Like Joseph, we too are part of a divine plan, created for a purpose. Just as it's written in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 29, verse 11, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." So, next time you ponder the purpose of life, remember Joseph's story. Know that your life has a purpose, a divine plan, just waiting to unfold.